A long season that begins in mid-November, all the way to March. The first Saturday in March here. Usually doesn't mean much, but this year the Big Ten tournament, a week early, and we've got a good slate of action. And we're here. Number one seed Michigan State still alive. They're the first number one seed since 2015 in the Big Ten tournament to advance to the semis, which is crazy because you're already in the quarters. Wisconsin had a good effort yesterday. Michigan, they were the only lopsided win yesterday of all of the games we've had in the whole tournament. Michigan just dominated against Nebraska. Penn State, they won last night against Ohio State in a thriller. A great finish we had in that game. Purdue, they had a really tight game with Rutgers until the very end. They would go on to make it to the semis once again. Not the four teams that we thought we'd see here in the semis. We thought we'd see Michigan State, Purdue, and Ohio State. I think Michigan was also one that we think Penn State's really the only non-team that we thought, but really, we've had a lot of upsets in this term. Rutgers has had a good run, and now Penn State is going right at it. We almost had Iowa beating Michigan, and then Michigan dethrottled Nebraska. Nebraska really needed that game. Now, the question is Penn State, if they win today, I think they're in the tournament for sure, but if they lose today in a blowout fashion to Purdue, what's going to happen to that? Well, I'd just say don't get blown out by Purdue today. Don't do that. You're better than that. You can do something to not get blown out today. Don't get blown out, people. Why would you want to do that to yourselves? Michigan State and Michigan, I think that's going to be a really good one. We had some good games between these two teams. And then, as always, Penn State and Purdue. Only one meeting this year between these two teams. It was a close one, and I expect another good one today. So, more college hoops action. Like all week, the semis are just so amazing. This year. But again, we also have regular season college basketball finishing up in the ACC between Carolina and Duke. That's tonight, 8:15 p.m. Central Time, only on ESPN and on JJ Sports. Let's coverage over on JJ Sports again because JJ Sports has to get content. And now it's time to pick our games for today. It's presented by JW. The road to March 2018. Jay Carter's got his picks in. How about let's start with the regular season matchup. North Carolina and Duke. Got Duke at home. It's a revenge game. Grayson Allen has to finish on top here to end his career in Durham, North Carolina. Penn State and Purdue are second semifinal. Well, I really think Purdue's got a great chance. I thought they'd win by more last night. But this is going to be the third game in 3 days for Penn State. And that's not going to work out. You're going to feel it today. Especially Penn State, they played their first game at about 5:30 p.m. Central. Again, all-time Central here. And their second game at 5:30. Now it's at 3:30. Well, Purdue, they played last night at late nights, 8:15 last night that they played Rutgers. So both these teams are having little rest, especially Purdue, but they have had all week to rest for this. It's going to be very interesting, but I got Purdue winning close one here. Now it's the opposite. Michigan, about 30 minutes that they're losing here from the start of yesterday's game to the start of today's game. Michigan State, they're getting another 2 hours. It's going to be interesting. I've seen Michigan State play. It's not been great. I've seen Michigan play. Been up and down. Which Michigan's team are we going to see? Yeah, we're going to see a Michigan State team that pulls away. Or it's going to be the team that lets teams hang around like Iowa the whole game. I'm counting on the Michigan State team that's going to win. This is an in-state rivalry. It played in Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. I don't know how you can script it any better. It's going to be a really good game. Both semis are going to be amazing. You can't really ask for better semis than what we've got today. Okay? It's as straight as that. You've got two big-time games, you know? Penn State's really good. You know, the Big Ten's so underrated because Penn State is so underrated. Big Ten is just not thought of because Penn State's the 7th best team in the conference. And they beat Ohio State 3 times now. And I think I picked that game wrong just once because we don't pick that game multiple times. We only repeated, I think, 2 series. Not sure. How many series have we picked twice on this show? We did Kansas, Oklahoma, I think, twice. Did we? No, we didn't. We did Kansas, West Virginia, I think. Oh no, did they played twice? When was the first game? I don't remember. West Virginia, Oklahoma. Did we do that twice? Yeah, we did West Virginia, Oklahoma twice. Any other series that we did twice here? Well, we could get round 2 between Purdue and Michigan State. We were supposed to get round 2 between Ohio State and Purdue today, but that got spoiled. Ohio State, Michigan, we did once. I guess we'll do Shockers and Bearcats tomorrow. Some more plans. We could pick that tomorrow. We could do that. We could arrange for that. Yeah, we got a good slate. 3 games today that are big time. There's more than that. I believe Florida Gulf Coast is playing against like Lipscomb or something for an NCAA tournament spot that's on ESPN at about like 1 or 3. I'm not exactly sure on the time. But if you want to watch that, it's on ESPN today. But for our entire SN Sports on SN crew, we'll see you guys tomorrow, the championship coverage, Big Ten tournament. And then Tuesday, we're back on SN Sports for first round action in the ACC tournament, as well as final round action, West Coast Conference tournament, final round action in the Horizon tournament. And then also we'll have all the first round coverage, plus second round coverage, the ACC coming Wednesday on SN Sports, and then we're back here Thursday on SN, Friday on SN, Saturday on SN, Sunday on SN, and then SN Sports will take us selection show coverage. So have a great night. Full coverage continues later.